Hello, I'm Brianna. Welcome to my life on paper, where paper and pictures tell my story. Welcome back to All About That Bass, No Trouble, where I'm playing along with Ginger's Corner and lots of other creative people playing along. I will have them listed all below. There's a playlist. Okay, so I've done one video where I showed you 5 bass pages. So this one is going to be another 5 bass pages. I started with scraps from this paper pad, and you can see I've already pulled out a paper from for the left side, the right side, and the middle. And then I took that kind of polka dot paper and made 2 strips. Now I'm laying my 2 strips differently in that um, the one on the left is, I believe, shorter, or maybe it was, yeah, shorter. So the strip is going to go next to it, where the strip on the right is longer, so that strip will go over it so that they'll even out. And the strips are a half of inch thick. So I hope that makes sense. I started with those photo space holders, I'll call them, as 4 by 6, and I trimmed them down to 3.5 by 5. And I don't have any pictures picked out, but um, now I can go look for them. Here I am just making sure I know where to place those strips to make them even out. Do they have to be even? Absolutely not. Um, but I don't know, it just made sense to me. I'm very symmetrical. I know some people are very asymmetrical, but I do like symmetry. So that's why I was trying to even it out. This paper that I've had for absolutely forever, I do still have some left over that I could probably do at least one more page kit. But just for the sake of keeping things interesting for myself, I'm only doing one page kit at a time, right? Or taking one paper pad and making a base page at a time. Ginger has shared that base pages are a great way to kind of get yourself a jump start if you're not, if you don't have much time, or if you're just not feeling like doing a whole layout, it's a good way to get going. Um, I use it, and this is only these are the only base pages I've ever made. So I love to use it as, let's use those scraps. I think this is a great way. I will do this in the future for just using scraps. As I've said, had these papers for absolutely forever. They're not my go-to colors. I really like more vibrant, and that's something I've learned about myself as I've scrapbooked. So these are a little bit more subdued for me, and that's okay too. It's good to change it up once in a while. This collection is Hello Again by Echo Park in 2013. And I think I'm coming pretty close to the end with this one. Let me see what I got left for. Oh, yes. Only small little pieces parts, which I could take just the little bits I have left and punch them. So I usually like to make tabs and arrows. I do have lots of stickers left, so that will help me in embellishing this last page. And then once I'm done with the embellishments, I will, it's stickers, then and cut apart cards. I'll stick that into my color boxes, which I plan on doing a share later this month with my color boxes and how I organize. I have that one long sticker left yet, but I don't use that on this page. Um, right now I'm arranging things, and then I pull out this 4 by 6 photo placement holder, um, so I can have an idea where the photo will go. I figure if I don't put a photo placement holder on there, I'm gonna forget what my vision was. And so this makes it easier. And the other thing is it can come off if I decide I need 2 3x4s or something like that. Or they could butt up against each other, honestly, too. The 2 3x4s could be used right in place of that 4 by 6. In the last video when I was making base pages, I mentioned that I was watching Record the Story RTS um, by Janet Madison, and she has a whole bunch of base pages, and I made myself a diagram, and I have that right in front of me. Well, for these base pages, I've gotten into the groove where I can just take whatever scraps I have to make them um, into a layout, and I think this layout shows that very well. I did not trim down that left side piece at all. The 2 smaller pieces right there are the same as they were. One of the squares gave me the idea to cut some other papers into squares, and then the striped paper gets tucked above and below the photo. So that's how quick and easy this layout came together. Now that I'm happy with where everything is on the layout, I am just gonna go and adhere everything down with my ATG adhesive. And that's really going to be it for this layout. You can see the scraps I have on the left, that's everything that's left as far as the paper for this collection. So the stickers, I can see just leaving that long sticker in my stash to use on a layout coming up. But you're going to see this layout or this paper collection and the next two are going to be pretty similar colors. Um, they to me could be interchanged with each other. So maybe the sticker could go with the next couple collections because I have a little bit more paper. Now that I have these pages together, I can't wait to go find pictures to put with them. And it'll be easy to yeah, to get it completed. Uh, Today I also have a video of me putting together my first base page, finishing it with a picture and embellishments. Okay, so this collection is by Echo Park. It is called Just Be You, and it is from 2016. So a little bit similar colors to the last one. I really this I have a lot of full pages. You could see the floral on the back of that one, but the striped really called to me. Now I'm trying to use up my paper, so I'm not doing any gutting. I'm not feeling bad about using the stripes instead of the florals, that kind of thing. Now I cut out two cut aparts, and I'm not using either one of them as they're intended for use, but they're going to be mats to my photos. And then uh, they had smaller cut aparts, the 2x2s, so I'm going to use those. Once I laid this out, I did decide they need to go to the other side. So um, they're going to go above the florals, and that green one that's disappearing into the green stripe is going to get trimmed down and placed on a darker green one so that it stands out. I've decided I want to put something on the right hand side of the paper, so we just don't have all these stripes. And then I found these florals, so I'm going to use that on the right side. And then I'm going to cover that seam, and I'm going to use a dark blue. So I wanted something contrasting, and I had a strip of this blue, so I thought that worked well. Then I will, again, so now I'm here where I'm happy. Oh, no, not quite. I was going to say I was going to glue it all down. This is what I was talking about. I trimmed down the camera square so that I could mat it with the green square. And then I only had two squares left, which again can be used on other pages. All right, what is this one? This one is, oh, this one is a photoplay, and I know photoplays don't have years on them, but this is not glossy paper, so you know it's got to be an old photoplay. It is called Freebird. So this is what I have left of the collection. And after I'm done, I have probably one full page and one quarter page, and then just little pieces of scraps. So again, very easily could make another a page or a yeah base page, which I probably will do. But I just want to have the fun of playing with different ones right now. So I did cut out this square from a full sheet of paper, and I went looking in my stash for what other paper options I have, and I found a cut apart sheet that had the one trimmed out from. So, but it fits right underneath the block there, and then so that it doesn't take up the whole. And I made my lines go the same direction. Can you see that? All there, and I don't know if this is a thing that you should be doing or not, but as I'm working with papers that I have, I've got bigger lines and smaller lines, so they're all going the same direction. That made me happy. But I did trim it down so that it's like half and half, and that blue paper on the bottom isn't taking over more of the page. Um, I wonder if I'm going to cover my seam. That would be a good, oh, you know, I am going to cover my seam. I didn't have paper this time, but I was thinking about covering my seam, especially with all those stripes going on. So guess what I grabbed? Washi tape with stripes. I didn't even realize that when I was doing it, but, and they're going at a little bit of a horizontal, and it's kind of a see-through washi tape, which most washi tapes are, but I'm, uh, that's okay with me. All right, so then I do put some adhesive on the back. I put this down, and then this is where I go to see what pictures should go on this layout. And you know what would go kind of fun on here would be like maybe 4x4 pictures. Anyway, so I put this down and then I go, oh, I need something bigger behind it. And it didn't get much bigger, I gotta tell you. I think this was 6x7. And so my paper behind it's gonna be 7x8. It's gonna, guess what? It's gonna have more lines on it. And they might be going in an opposite direction. I hope this doesn't bother anybody because I thought I was trimming it in that direction, and when I pull it out, you can see it's not. And maybe it's better that it goes the other way. And actually, as you're covering it, the lines less go away and it looks more like a pattern. Okay, that looks okay to me now then. So then I can put these on there and it doesn't, they're still backed by the papers. On the right are all the sticker embellishments I have, so you can see I have plenty of opportunity to embellish uh, after I find some photos. So that should be it for this one. And then moving along. Oh, no, but then I remember, ooh, I didn't glue anything down. So it's got to get glued down or I will lose it all. I haven't used a border punch yet for any of these layouts. I got to remember to grab one out so that it's on my desk and in my face for the next set of 5 layouts. Um, I'm halfway done. I have 10 done now, so um, I like doing them in 5 layout segments. Keeps my attention going, and it takes me about an hour to do 5. So, all right. Oh, so this is Kaiser Craft, and I use up all the rest of the paper that I have. It is Bombay Sunset. Um, I think I got these at a crop. I'm not positive. I don't think that I have a date on them. Uh, but I do have leftovers as far as the embellishments. I have the die cut shapes, and so I'm just trying to figure out what kind of configuration I want to do. Um, Boy, did I do all of these in half and half. That's okay though. Using up my paper that I got, using up my scraps. So what I did was on this side of the paper, the right hand side, I just trimmed 1/2 inch off, and that way I could have that bright pink. I didn't want to lose all the bright pink, so the bright pink is the opposite side of that right side paper, and then I can just use that to cover my seam. I did grab out some of the embellishments just to check, but I'm not with my, I know you can do base pages differently, but with these I'm not putting any embellishments on. I will do that when I put the page together. I will grab out some paper to uh, kind of place where I would think that the photos should go. And it helps when I'm looking for pictures. So this orange actually came out of my stash. It was a just orange, kind of a mixed media looking sheet. So I trimmed that down. It was a full sheet, and I trimmed that down. And again, I try that out, but I am not going to embellish anything. This cuts off early. My phone completely died, but I will have close up or completed shots at the end. And here it is. So thanks so much for spending some time with me today. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a fabulous day, and please come back and see me again soon.